If you have ever heard the term being tested when you are starting a new manifestation, if you're on your self-improvement journey, if you are learning how to shift your mindset into a better way of thinking, these things can all pop up, these tests, and they're given to you by God or the universe to, one, see how serious you are about making this change, and two, give you a reason to act in the proper way. So I'm going to give you a few examples on how you might see these things pop up, in what form, how to respond to them correctly, and just like what to look out for in general and why it happens. So let's start with an example of what this may look like. So you can get these in the form of inconveniences, jealousy, or temptations. Say you're trying to just improve your life in general, you're trying to get rid of bad habits and be a better version of yourself. We're just going to use a more general approach, something that I can use more examples in rather than something that is super specific. So say you used to be a person who gave into a lot of temptations, bad habits of different sorts. You want to be a more positive person and you want to show up as a better version of yourself in the world. You just want to improve in general, and this is your goal. So something you might experience in the beginning when you're ready to make this shift, even if you've already started, or if you wanted to start at a different point, improve a different area of your life, or improve a little bit more, these don't always just start right at the beginning of the whole entire process. It's each step you make that you're going to probably see more tests at each corner, which is annoying. But once you get past the tests, you're good. It's smooth sailing. But anyway, so say this is you just want to improve your life in general. You may start to see things like old friends reaching out to you to partake in a bad habit. Say you stopped drinking or something, or you wanted to drink less often and your friends drink all the time, and they reach out to you with a really fun sounding plan, but you already promised yourself that you're not going to hang out with these people anymore, or you're not going to drink the same way you used to. And even though this plan sounds fun, you have the chance, if you want, to say no and pass the test and then keep going, or stop what you're doing and revert back into your old ways. These temptations can be very tempting, obviously, but you have to recognize them and you have to be aware of them, that they're probably going to show up, and to know to avoid them. Then another one, other than temptations, being inconveniences. These can be anything from smaller ones to bigger ones. If you are trying to be more positive in the way you think, for example, and you decide, okay, tomorrow's the day, like I'm gonna wake up and I'm going to be more positive. I'm going to look at things better and a better viewpoint, and I'm going to not let things bother me as much. So then you wake up and you're being given a test, which is going to be maybe a few annoying things that happen to you that you then need to choose how you want to respond to them. Sometimes they happen over and over and over again. Sometimes you just gotta stand there and just take a deep breath and say, okay, I'm not gonna let this ruin my day, even though I had just like 5 things in a row happen that were really annoying. You're allowed to be annoyed for a second, but then take that deep breath and say, okay, I'm not gonna let it ruin the day. So that is a good example of the inconveniences. And then there's one more, which would be jealousy. So this one's best used in the form of if you're manifesting something. When you're manifesting something and you see people around you starting to get that thing, that is actually a sign that the manifestation is coming to you, because your outer reality reflects your inner reality. So when you're seeing these things happen for people around you, but not you yet, it still means it's coming to you. So always remember that. But say you didn't know this and you saw this happen, or you just let the jealousy get to you even though you did know this. You've been manifesting this one thing and now you see it just being handed to somebody else that you know, and it seems perfect, it's exactly what you wanted, and now you have the choice whether you want to be jealous about it and get mad at that person about it, or hold resentment to that person because they got it and you didn't. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get it, it just means that your outer reality is reflecting your inner thoughts and it is coming for you. So remember that before you let it get to you, because the other option, it would be to look at it and simply say, oh, that just means it's coming soon to me, And I'm going to be happy for this person because they got that, because that's great. That's exactly what I want. So of course this person that I like over here is deserving of it too. Or of course they're getting it too. Or even if it's somebody you don't like, all right, like it doesn't matter. Just it's reflecting in your outer reality, okay? So aside from these being just physical things that you see, these can also just come to you through thoughts or even dreams. The reason I'm making this video is because I had 2 dreams in a row that were tests, and I didn't know they were tests until this morning I realized, oh my god, that's exactly what it was. And so one of the dreams was like a temptation sort of thing, like trying to get me to revert into the old ways of doing things. And then another one was just an overall angry dream with lots of fighting and chaos. And I didn't really understand why that happened. The first one, the angry dream, it kind of ruined the beginning of my day because it put me in a bad mood. And I didn't realize that that one was a test until I had this dream last night, and I was like, oh, that's why they were doing it, because it was like a test to see if my dreams were now going to make me tempted to revert back into my old way of doing things. And as soon as I realized that, I'm like, I have to make a video on this because that's exactly what was happening. So it can come to you in any form, physical, straight in front of you, in a dream, or just your thoughts in your mind. So when these things happen, recognize, deflect, and keep going. Don't let them stop you. Just look at them and say, okay, this is annoying, even if it's one of the bigger things that happens, one of the really annoying things, because I know sometimes people get the bigger things that happen and it's like so inconvenient. But whether it's big or small, you have to keep going. Do not let it win, because then if you have to restart again, you're gonna have to go through it again. And no, you don't always have a test, but you often do. So before you let them bother you, before you let them ruin your day and your progress, just remember exactly what they are and keep going. Do not let them take you down. Do not let them get rid of all your progress and make you start over. You deserve to achieve what you're putting your mind to. You deserve to be that newer and better version of yourself. And you deserve to kick all those past bad habits, bad ways of thinking to the curb and live the life that you want to live. So, when you are tested, remember that's exactly what it is. And it is okay to get mad about it for a second. Don't bottle up your emotions either. Sometimes you need to go scream into a pillow. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, sometimes you need to just get the anger out if it's really starting to bother you. So you go scream into a pillow or something and say, okay, I'm restarting, not letting this ruin my day, as an example. But no matter how many times you've been tested and failed that test in the past, you can start anytime you want. You can restart anytime you want. So don't be down on yourself about that either, because you're here now, you listen to this video, and now you know what to look out for. That's all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback, examples of this happening for you, or if you have any other video requests that you would like to see from me. Don't forget to subscribe if you like videos about self-improvement, mindset shift, all that type of thing, and like this video if you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.